Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and today I wanted to show you my beautiful little icy spoon ornament. And this was made from Dollar Tree heavy duty plasticware, and I'll tell you more about it as the video goes along. And I do have the resin pieces and the bling. I have all of their links for you on my blog, so you'll be able to purchase your own if you'd like. This was very easy to put together. I was inspired by a lady by the name of Rosa from Rosa's Creative Way, and I happened upon one of her beautiful videos where she made these gorgeous little scenes out of the larger serving spoons and whatnot at the Dollar Tree, the clear ones, and they were so pretty. And she mentioned my name, that I inspired her, and I was so pleasantly surprised. And so I got to thinking about making my own icy spoons out of the smaller ornaments. So I messaged her, and she was so lovely and generous, and she said that yes, I could do this video. So thank you, Rosa, for that. And I'll put Rosa's link in the Show More drop-down bar below, as well as on my blog. And if you would please visit her channel and subscribe to it and just show her some love, because she really does have some beautiful craft videos. And my friend Craftie will also be showing how to make these bead dangles here at the bottom. She has a wonderful video, and she is so clear and concise in it. I just love that video that she made. So I'll give you the link to that as well. Now, I also made this little snowman icy spoon with a little resin piece here, and yes, I have the link for this as well. And I thought he turned out cute, and this is the one I'm going to be showing you how to make today. However, if you can make this, you can make this, because it's the identical process. The only thing different that I did was right here, I don't know if you can see or not, there are some AB micro beads. They're 2mm micro beads that I put on after I made that icy effect with triple thick. And I just put some triple thick right in here and then added these to it. I thought it would be pretty, and I was happy with the results. Now, I'll tell you that some of the glitter that I might use in this tutorial, such as this Tencel glitter by Recollections and this glitter called Frost that I used on the snowman one, I'm not too sure what's happening with Recollections right now, but it seems like the Tencel glitter is a little difficult to come by. So I heard that they're not going to be making it in this size anymore. Then I also heard that they do have it in stock, but you just have to give them this little barcode number in the back. So I'm really not sure what's happening. But if you can't find this and you don't have any, don't worry about it, because Christmas is coming and they always have beautiful glitter out during the Christmas season, and that's the time to stock up on the iridescent glitters. And there's a lot of alternatives out there too. Martha Stewart has a beautiful line of Tencel glitters, and but you just have to wait till it gets a little bit closer to the holidays. And to be quite honest with you, it really is the glass glitter that makes these ornaments pop. And as long as you have this, I really think this is what is most important. So with that said, I'll show you how to make these beautiful little ornaments, and I really hope you enjoy this tutorial, so stay tuned. Okay, to make our icy spoons, you're going to need some plastic utensils, and I purchased this super heavy duty brand at the Dollar Tree, and it had 8 spoons in it, which was nice. And one thing I like about these spoons is that the bowl of the spoon is a little bit wider. I don't know if you can see it. I measured it, and it was roughly 34.5 millimeters. Now, it doesn't matter if your spoons are off by a millimeter or so. That's not going to hurt it. But I did like this base here. So I just took my heavy-duty wire cutters, and I'm going to cut right here. So as you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of that stem, but not much, okay? I would say more like about like that. All right, and it snaps off really easily. So the next thing we're going to do to prepare our spoons is we're going to add a little bit of this triple thick. Now, when you go to buy the triple thick, I would highly recommend getting the 8 ounce, not the 4 ounce. The 8 ounce is going to give you a lot of value. And I do have a link for that on my blog at happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com. Just click on the picture of the spoon and the link will be there. And if you're watching this video a little later on where the spoon video has fallen off the front page, you can always go to the top corner of my blog and there's a little word that says search, and if you click on that blue word that says search and then enter what you're looking for, it should pop up. You just put spoon ornament or something like that. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to take my little makeup brush that I bought from the Dollar Tree, and I'm being quite generous, as you can see, placing this all the way around like that. Okay. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place some glitter in here. And I'm going to start with a Recollections Glitter and Glitz. It's an ultra fine iridescent glitter. And if you can't find this, that's fine. Just use something equivalent. I'm just going to give it a little dusting. And this is the Tinsel Glitter, also in Glitz. And if you can't find this as well, you can also look for other alternatives. Martha Stewart also has some beautiful tinsel glitters. And as we get closer to Christmas, you're going to find more and more of the iridescent type of glitters in the stores. Sorry. Now, I'm going to add some of this beautiful 90 grit German glass glitter. And this is in a rose pink. And this was provided to me by Sugar Camp Cottage, and the person that owns the store is Debbie, and that's her email right there, sugarcamp@live.com. But I'll also give you the link to the glitter that I'm using today, and I am just dusting it on. Just dusting it on. You don't want too much on because you just want to give it that slight hint of pink. Okay? Now, let me open my glass glitter here. This is really going to give it that pop. And this is the 70 grit clear glass glitter. And I'm just going to be fairly generous, sprinkling this on. And anything I don't use, I'll pick up here and save for the next spoon. So I'm just going to kind of roll this around now, like this. And you can take a popsicle stick if you want, and just very gently do this to kind of press the glitter in. Not hard though. I wouldn't recommend using your finger to do this part, but I'm so used to this glass glitter that I kind of know what I can do and what I can't do with this. So, but if you're new, I would suggest using a popsicle stick to do this part. So now I'm going to let this dry, and when it dries thoroughly, we'll be back and we'll do the rest. Isn't this gorgeous though? Alright, hold on. Guys, before I leave, I forgot to tell you that I did give it one final dusting of the ultra fine glitter on top of it all, like this. Okay, alright, so now we're going to let it dry. Okay, so I'm using this little resin dove, and this one is white with little pink roses. And you can find these resin doves on the Etsy site called Darling Doll Charm. And the person who runs the shop is named Elizabeth, and she has some really cute things. So I'll be sure and give you that link on my blog at happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com. Now, I'm going to add a little sparkle to this dove. So we're going to take some triple thick, and I'm going to take my makeup brush from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to spread a little bit on here. I'm going to cover the whole thing. The only part that we're going to be putting the glass glitter on is the white part of the dove, but I think that the triple thick gives it such a nice shine that I'm just going to paint the whole thing like that. Okay. Put my lid on here. So I'm going to take some more of this beautiful 70 grit clear German glass glitter, and I'm going to put this just on the white part of the dove, on his wings and on his body hair. Okay. And I'm going to take my toothpick and just kind of run it around the edges to make sure all the little fuzzies are pushed in. And then I'm going to take this and just lightly tap this to make sure all those glass shards are not sticking up. You want them lying flat. Okay. You see this? Now this has to dry, but when it does, it'll be really beautiful. So I'm going to set this under my little tabletop fan on low to speed up the drying process along with the spoons. And then we'll be back. Okay, so as you can tell, this is welded on very tight. It's not going to go anywhere. And so now we're going to put a pretty little rhinestone button on there. And I'll share the link as to where I purchased these. I bought these from eBay from my favorite seller, and they were $2.66 for 10 of them. Now, when I give you the link to this person's store, just type in the words rhinestone buttons or rhinestone flatback buttons, and a whole bunch of different ones will pop up. Now, this particular seller, I noticed that he'll have several listings of the same item in the same amount, and he'll give different prices. For example, when I looked this up the other day, I think there was about 4 different auctions going on with him, or buy it now auctions, and they were priced anywhere from $2.66 clear up to $4 for 10 of them. So what I do is I look at them all and I just get the cheapest. So you're going to need some E6000, and you're going to put some of that E6000 right here at the top, and you notice I'm being pretty generous there. Then you're going to add just a dot hot glue to keep it in place. And I've just kind of maneuvered this to fit right here. And so now I'm just going to hold it just for a second, just until the hot glue grabs. And you can see the back. And I can already starting to feel it grab a little bit. And what the hot glue does is it gives this E6000 a chance to dry without sliding it all around the rhinestone, I mean. Okay, so the next piece that we're going to put on here is going to be our little dove that we put the glass glitter on. And this is a perfect fit down here, but you do want to leave a little bit of a ledge open here, because we're going to put some rhinestones in here, just a little bit, about like that maybe. Okay, now I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's a little bit of a gap in between, and that's fine as long as you put enough of the E6000, it will grab. Okay, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. See, fairly generous amount. A little bit of hot glue, and see this, there's enough on there where this will grab when we turn it over. And of course we're leaving a little bit here open, not much, just a little. This part here, this wing, should hang over just a hair, so that's how you know that you got it. Okay. Alright, I can feel that it's starting to grab. I just have to give it, had to give it more time. Yeah. Okay, and yeah. And once it dries, it's moving a little. Yeah, but once it dries, it'll be okay. It'll be solid. Won't be able to move it. Okay, so I'm just going to allow this to dry, I would say for a good 12 hours. And I'm going to put this in front of my fan to kind of speed up the drying process a little bit. So we'll be back and we'll do more on this. Okay, so this is completely dried and everything on here is nice and hard. Nothing's going to fall off. Okay. And so the next thing I'm going to do is glue some chain right here. Now I like using the 3mm chain. I think it's just perfect for this project. And you can find this close chain by going to eBay and typing in the words rhinestone close chain, 3mm or 3mm, and a whole bunch will pop up for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure about how much chain you'll need on the side like this, okay? And I already did that, and so I realized that I wanted 7 links. So I'm going to have to put hot glue from up here to about down here. So I'm going to take my E6000. Oh, I said hot glue, didn't I? I'm sorry. I meant E6000. You don't want to use hot glue. Okay, and I'm just taking my toothpick and I'm going to just kind of scrape it on the edge like this. And that should do it. Right here. Don't want to go too crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to lay my chain right here, and this will dry pretty quickly because we're putting just the tiniest amount of E6000 on the edge here, and so it's not as much to dry. Right, and if you want to adjust it a little bit, you can do this on the edge. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay. Alright, so we have that on the side, and I'm going to allow this to dry. I'm going to put this in front of my tabletop fan so it'll dry just a little bit quicker. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll be back. I almost forgot. Before we go, I'm going to glue this little resin rhinestone heart right here, and this is about a 9.5 millimeter at its widest point. So I'm just going to put the tiniest amount of glue on the back of the little resin heart, and I'm going to place it in here. Now I want to keep a large part of this bowl open because it's really beautiful with the glitter and the glass glitter. So I didn't want anything really huge to put in here. I wanted it to be as tiny as possible with as much shine as possible. And you can pick these up on eBay. The smaller the better. So I think I'm going to place that right about here, up at the top, like that. Okay. And so now I'm going to let it dry, and I will be back. Okay, as you can see, this is completely dried, and everything is on here. So the next step is we're going to put a little bead dangle, and that's our last step. And I made this little bead dangle here out of a little 14 millimeter Shambhala bead. And so now we're just going to put the jump ring on that. I bought the 7 millimeter jump ring in a package of 100 at Michael's for $2.99. They're very nice, very strong gauge, and I really like them. So I'm just going to slip that on here, and I'm just going to slip it right here and then close it. Now that's the first part, okay? You could leave it like this if you'd like, but I'm going to add a couple of additional charms, and just to make it look nice. And my friend Craftie has a wonderful tutorial on how to make a bead dangle, and it's very clear and very concise. So I'm going to post that link for you in the Show More drop-down bar below this video, as well as on my blog at happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com. Okay, I'm just going to throw this together really quickly, and all I'm doing is taking a 4 millimeter daisy spacer with a 6 millimeter crystal bead and another 4 millimeter daisy spacer. And I'm just using my memory wire finishing pliers to make a split ring type of hook at the top, and then I'm just going to give it a little back bend. We go back in there one more time, like that. See? So you hook it just like that. And yes, I do have information on this on my blog. If you click on this, the picture of this project on my blog, then all the helpful links will be in there as well. Okay, and I'll probably use a 4 millimeter jump ring, sorry. This is real tinky tiny. And I cut a little 1/2-inch piece of chain. You can use any chain you want, just make it a 1/2 inch. And I think I'm going to place this right about here in the middle of this chain. I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to choose a charm. I have bought these pretty little Nativity Charms on eBay, 8 of them for $3.49 with free shipping. And I used that on this little one right here. I thought it was pretty. It's actually a lot shinier than it's showing up to be in this video. Silver always photographs darker than it is. And I also have, like I said, I also have a link for that on my blog. Or I could choose a cross, or I could choose a snowflake. That would look pretty. Those are just some samples of what you can choose. So I think since I already used the Nativity, I think I'm just going to go with a cross on this one. And it already came with a jump ring, which is really nice. Oh, let me measure this cross for you in case you're wanting to know the height of it. The height is 19 millimeter. Am I opening this upside down again? Nope. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. Alright, and so I will be putting this on at the very end, like this. And I'll close it. And so this is our little dangle right here. So now I'm going to take another one of those 7 millimeter jump rings, and I'm going to open it. And just slip this on like that. And then I'm going to place it right behind the Shambhala bead and close it. So we have this at the side. So I thought it turned out pretty nice. Now I'm going to add a ribbon to the top here, and I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned from someone where you can completely cover the bail like that. And I just thought it looked really nice. So what you do is you take a piece of ribbon, and I cut off quite a bit of this just because I wanted some to be able to work with. I'm sure it'll be way too much. But okay, so I folded it in half, and I slid it through like that. Alright, and you're going to open this up and then push this through, and then a little bit at a time you're just going to kind of push that knot down as you pull. Just keep pushing like this, and then it is totally covered, the bail is. Okay, now so for the top part, you can see we have this, and we're just going to tie an overhand knot and then trim it. Like that. And you can buy this sparkly ribbon. They have it on eBay. I'm sure you can get it in any craft store as well, but this particular one I purchased on eBay a while back. I might even cut it a little more. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Alright, I don't want to get too fussy with it. Alright. And so you have, it looks like this. I just thought it was really, really pretty. I don't know if you can get the whole thing, the whole shot in there. But these really do make lovely, sturdy little ornaments. And as you can tell, they're very sturdy. Okay? And not that I would recommend you do that, but I just wanted to show you that it's nothing so delicate that it's going to fall apart. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, all the links will be on my blog at happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and be sure and visit my friend Craftie's channel and my friend Rosa's channel. And with that said, you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.